Well, I haven't done nothing to my hair or anything. I have not. I just got up. I want to say something. Okay, let me say something. I like to come over here to the YouTube. Can you hear me? I like to come over to the YouTube, and I read the comments every day. And this is what I do. I come over here to the comment section. I'll look at some of the published, and then I'll go over here to the held for review, and then I have to go through all these comments. Don't ask me why they stick comments into the held for review, but I have to go over there. So let me tell you something. Let me get to this comment, if they didn't already move it. Um, they did move it. This is weird. I was going to tell you something, and they literally have removed that comment. Okay, I'm just going to have to go directly to it if they haven't already moved it. Yes, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Thank you for joining me. It's 7:30 in the morning, and I'm going to read you something if that comment has not totally disappeared. Okay, and it was concerning something that I wrote. This is really, really strange. Do you think the algorithms knew that I was going to say something on that, and they totally erased that comment? Because that's what's really strange. It really is strange, you all. I've got to come over here and find that. I hope they did not erase it, because there was a comment. If you all have not know how to get to that community section, you go to my home page, and there's a community tab. I want to say something too. You see this community tab right here? If ever there's a time, let me get over here. If ever there's a time that you don't hear from me in a whole day or something, that means I'm not able to upload and or something. Come to that community tab, because I will post an update. But somebody wrote something that I shared. I want to read you this right here. So I shared this from my Facebook 1 year ago today. It was a Facebook memory, and I have words that flow into my mind, okay? I'm going to read you this one that was 1 year ago yesterday. It showed up on my Facebook memory. Now this is important. It really is important. So I'm going to read it to you. When strong winds blow, the earth will quake. The seas will war with shifting plates. Skies will darken like the heart of man. Life will be as shifting sands. Day and night will be as one. Little by little, life comes undone. Tyranny will take its place, lacking wisdom, lacking grace. Hearts of men will begin to fail. Life becomes a living hell. There amidst the chaos lives, hope and favor freely gives. Trouble here and trouble there, there'll be trouble everywhere. Hold on tight and don't let go. Keep the love within your soul. Forces from above will come, even when life comes undone. Do not let fear reside. Our help will come with the changing tide. So it was that particular post that somebody responded on here. And I was going to, I found it. I found it, you all. I found it. I found it. This is important now. I'm going to show you the comment under here. Lonnie. So Lonnie Lemke. So you can see what Ronnie wrote. He says, I'm in again, Gina. I don't know where you come up with these things, but I'd like to know where you got this one. This is unique work here. Or is it something you wrote? Please let me know. I'd be interested to know. Very intriguing work. Intriguing words. It's too bad none of us out there aren't thinking that much. Unfortunately, I don't think most of the population is thinking much or that deeply. Hoping I'm wrong. Yeah, again, let me know who wrote that. I'd be interested to find out. Thank you. Well, Lonnie Lemke, honey, Gina's going to tell you who wrote that. Okay, I'm going to tell you who wrote that. This is who wrote that. It's me. Now, I know that people may find this hard to believe, but I do write. Okay, these are my very own words that flow in from the spiritual realm. I have many talents, many gifts, and yeah, that's what happens. The words literally flow into my being, um, and as soon as they start coming on, I can literally, if I focus, if I meditate, if I get my place within the mind, I'd have words flowing in all day long, and they would be nonstop. And I'm just telling you the truth. That's how it is for me. Um, but that's what happened, Lonnie. They came from my spirit, from the spiritual realm. I will write everything that I post on here, you all. If you see any words, if I don't say someone else posted them, rest assured they came from me, because I'm not going to put words out there that are not my own and then take the credit for it. I'm not going to do that. Yes, good morning, and thank you for being here. So yeah, that's where the words came from, if anybody else is wondering. Um, yeah, and I thought about, you ever read in the book of Psalms? Now, I know this is listen, in the book of Psalms, this is really strange. That's you know how it says, have you seen my lover? Let me look at this, you all, because one time I was in a very meditated state. Okay, I was. And I was just feeling unloved within my being. I was, you all. I was feeling unloved within my being. I was feeling kind of down in the dumps, is what happened. And then all of a sudden, these words started flowing in. Okay, and it literally, this is no joke, it literally sounded as if they came from the book of the Song of Solomon. Those were the types of words that flowed into my being. And as they flowed in, I wrote them down one after the other, great big long paragraphs. And they're beautiful. They're beautiful. Um, I thought about sharing those. I've never shared them on this YouTube before, ever. But I do have that gift, and the words will flow in, but they're absolutely beautiful. Um, yeah, here it is. It's like they sound like they came from the Song of Solomon. See, so this is what it sounds like. So the watchmen found me as they made their rounds in the city. Have you seen the one my heart loves? See, so it came from like this. Scarcely had I passed them when I found the one my heart loves. I need him and I would not let him go. Okay, so along that same type of time, or not time, what if I was back there in that time? I had words flowing in, and you would have thought, if somebody would hear those words, they would think that they came from the Song of Solomon, but they didn't. They literally came from the spiritual realm, and they're in my phone. They're in my notes. I think there was like a total of maybe around 7 of them, and they were absolutely beautiful. Now, there may not be people on here who even want to hear those words. There may not, but yeah, they were beautiful to me. And guess what happened? The best part, they healed my spirit within me. When those words flowed in, my spirit within me, that emptiness I was feeling, that sadness, poof, it went away. It went away. And I was healed within there, because it let me know how much I truly am loved. Okay, that's what it let me know, how much I'm truly loved. And just the same way with you all. So, yeah, good morning, everyone. Absolutely. Um, arg. Yeah, this is wonderful, you all. I think I will share those words that flowed in because they're worth sharing. They really are. If you like that type of, it's like a poetic um, words, even though they don't rhyme, they're very poetic and healing for your spirit. If you are feeling a little down and you like the Song of Solomon, or you like to read things about love, okay, yeah, that's right. Um, eight. Come on now. No, we're not looking for for hooking up a love. No, now I'm being very serious. If you appreciate beautiful words like that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Um, oh my goodness. Yeah, it starts off, "O daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you, do not awaken love until it comes." That's in that Song of Solomon. Yeah. Good morning. You love the mornings. You like the kids. Oh, isn't that great? Um, Children are very, they're a gift. They're a gift of love. They are. They're a gift of love. And enjoy your children and shower them with as much love as you can. And if you haven't hugged them, hug them. Let them know that you love them. Some children never, some children never hear "I love you," and some children never do get hugs from their parents. Now, you may find this hard to believe, but that's the truth. Some people cannot tell others that they love them. They can't, let alone hug them. It's foreign to them, but it's very, very important. It is, you all. It's very important to tell those around you how much you love and care for them, um, and give them a hug. Okay, give them a hug too. Good morning. Oh, well, thank you, Patricia. I've heard that some people have just the tone of their voice is very um, healing, comforting, and it is true. And I think it's a certain frequency. Um, it's the frequency of love, because you can hear other people when they're not vibrating on that frequency of love within them, and it just rubs you the wrong way. It rubs you the wrong way. You say, "I don't know, I'm not." Yeah, all of that, you all. But yeah, those words like that, I write those. They flow in. I have thousands of words like that. That started when I was a little girl. Those type of words, the poetry and all of that, when I was a little girl, and I would just write things down. And I got the notes, I got the poems and everything from when I was really, really little. So you may see that's the thing. You have to ask yourself, where did that come from? How could a child have beautiful poetry and things like that flow in? Or how can a child paint masterpieces? How can that be? Okay. Um, I think there is a reason for it. I think that they're very gifted, and there is a theory that they did something like that in another lifetime, if you believe in that. And if you don't, that's okay. But that is a theory, and I never even thought much about it. No one ever talked about it until first time I started hearing about it was back in 2014, and I was shocked. So yeah, there is a lot of mysteries in this life that need to be brought out into the open. There is. Yeah. Um, so I think that's about it. Yeah. Your child used to make spirals. Yeah, there's a lot of injustice that is done to humanity, and it doesn't come from God. It doesn't come from love. It comes from the darkness that seeks to put out humanity's light, that seeks to get rid of humanity. Um, they want their own race, and I said that in a video, and I was very serious. They want their own race of beings, um, and they're going to create it. Okay, they're going to create it, and they're in the process of creating it because they don't like the creation. They don't like this creation, and they don't like you because you're the creation too, because they were made by other hands. They're spoken to existence by love, made by the hands of love, and they don't like it. They don't like it. So that's really what it's about too. Excuse me, and good morning. Yeah, we've got to be strong. We've got to be very strong within our spirits. I got to get another drink. Well, if the bad guys win, you will exit this planet. That's exactly right. One way or another. We'll all exit this planet one way or another, and we don't know the circumstances, how we'll go out, but we'll continue till our journey's end. The good thing is, one day, this is the good thing, the darkness will be no more. It will literally fight its last battle, and it will not be in their favor. It will not be in their favor. They know it. They know it's coming. Now, excuse me, I want to say something, you all. It's about those deep underground bunkers, okay? So they say, there are underground bunkers all around the world. People have these bunkers that they want to go in times of apocalypticness and or things like that because they want to be safe, right? They got those bunkers built. Okay, and there is a school of thought out there that the Nibiru will literally make its appearance big time in the 2024-25 time frame. And that's when it's going to get really, really bad, when you have this stuff falling from the sky and all that stuff, right? So I'm thinking about those bunkers. Okay, I am. Why did they build them way ahead of time? So this is really interesting. So if you were to go to the Revelation 6:16, so look, they called to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. See, they called to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us. And I think within my spirit, they've built these bunkers. They think they're going to be safe inside these bunkers deep into the mountains and stuff. Okay? Because it's like the sixth seal, and then they describe it as the terror. It says, then the kings of the earth, the nobles and the commanders. Let me see what's in front of that. Oh, yes, we got to get this. We got to get this. Just like that, we got to get it out. The mountains. Okay, so look at this. So if you go to Revelation 6:15, the sixth terror, it said, and the sky receded like a scroll being rolled up, and every mountain and island was moved from its face. Then the kings of the earth, the nobles, the commanders, the rich, the mighty, and every slave and free man hid in the caves among the rocks of the mountain. And they said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of the one seated on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. That's what I've been thinking lately. And when God comes back, okay, they want to hide from it. They want to hide in the mountains. They want the rocks to fall on them because they got this immense fear coming upon him. The sky receded like a scroll. They say that this is where it gets really good. They say that this MCO event, this plasma apocalypse, will cause such a thing to happen. The sky will literally look as if it is receding like a scroll. That's what I read. And I think they want to hide. They want to get everything in place. And that Nibiru, when it comes, it's kind of like an event like this too. Somebody said that there's a theory that they say the Nibiru, the nemesis, the destroyer, could really even be from God that's coming to punish this darkness that is on the face of the earth, this darkness that has literally destroyed the earth, the animals, and contaminated them, and contaminated the human race with all kinds of evilness. See, that's what they say. So they're hiding in their mountains because the sky recedes like a scroll. And they know within their hearts this darkness that took over, they know within their heart who it is. They know it. Look at this. And they said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of the one seated on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who is able to withstand it? Who are they? Now some say that this Nibiru are the Anunnaki coming back. They say that too. And then you have this biblical prophetic book saying the great day of their wrath has come. And who is able to withstand it? Isn't that interesting? I thought about that. I really did. I thought about that. Because there's much more to it. They got their telescope out. They got that big telescope out. They call it the Lucifer. Is it on Mount something in Arizona? I can't remember the name of the mountain offhand. And they're looking for something coming. And if you're looking for something coming, that means you're preparing for that thing to come, whatever it is, I think. Now, they say they're looking for their Savior or whatever, but then you have this biblical account where they're hiding in their mountains because they're so fearful. They know the time has come. That's why they're hiding in their mountains, in their deep underground areas, because the great day of their wrath has come. And who is able to withstand it? Okay, who is able to withstand it, you all? This is, oh my gosh. And that's going to tell you this one more thing. And I wasn't even meaning to get on here. I really wasn't. But I'm going to read you this, the corresponding thing, that if it will even bring it up Now you know this. Okay, yeah. So you got that. So they said, hide us from the face of him. So look at this. Um, so you come over here to this Matthew. So it says, for at that time there will be great tribulation, unmatched from the beginning of the world until now, and never to be seen again. If those days had not been cut short, nobody would be saved, but for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened. So those days are going to be shortened for certain people. Okay, that's what it says. Now I'm going to try to get to that part. They say false Christs and false prophets will appear. All of it. Um, Now see, here's it is. This is when he returns. It says, see, I have told you in advance. So if they tell you, there he is in the wilderness, do not go. Here he is in the inner rooms, do not believe it. For just as lightning comes from the east and flashes as far as the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. Okay? We're going to get, here's what happens. This is the part where it says this. Look, I think this is kind of ties into the Revelation where it says the sky receded, fall on us. See, they wanted the things to fall on them because the sky receded like a scroll being rolled up, and every mountain and island was moved from its place. And then you say, this is what happens. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, the moon will not give its light, the stars will fall from the sky, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. At that time, the sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven, and all the tribes of the earth will mourn. They will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and glory. And he will send out his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heavens to the other. It says, now learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as the branches become tender, you know that See, that's what happens. They want to hide from the face of him who sits on the throne because the sky recedes like a scroll. I think those two are tied in together. Okay, but there's this tribulation you got to go through. You got to have this great big time, a horrific time on the earth. But immediately after that, that's what happens. The sky recedes like a scroll, and they're hiding. They're hiding. And just think, they're all proud and boastful right now. They are. This is their time. This is their time right now, you all. And I wasn't meaning to get into that. I wasn't. I was just going to talk about those words. But they're hiding in their caves because they're fearful. And I think they want to take out as many people as they can, humanity, because they're so mad. Okay, they're so mad because they know their end is coming. The darkness knows it. And the darkness, here's the sad part. It will not turn from its ways. It will not stop doing the evil things that it's doing on this earth. It won't. But it also knows its fate. So it's going to keep it up till the very end, you all. To the very end. That's right. How some, I don't know. But it's really interesting because these humans, these entities that have taken over bodies on this earth, these archonic spirits, they know what's coming. They know. The great day of their wrath has come. See, they were planning for it. They're planning for that great day of wrath. And they say that Nibiru when it comes, um, it's going to do a lot of horrific damage and stuff, like a third of the earth and things like that. And great big fireballs are going to fall from the sky. You know that tail? They say that tail, I don't know how many millions of miles long it is. Um, that's what they say. And what if that is the wrath of God? What if it is, you all? Now, you may not read the Bible. I haven't, I used to, I really knew my Bible. I did. I fell away a little bit. But it's still, the seeds were in me. Okay, they were in me. And I need to listen to it some more. I say listen because I'm always busy. That's right, you all. So, so to, and look in this. This got some references. If you were to reference that, there's references in Isaiah. Go into the rocks and hide in the dust from the terror of the Lord and the splendor of his majesty. Look at that. The high places of Avon will be destroyed, is the sin of Israel. Thorns and thistles will overgrow their altars, and they will say to the mountains, cover us and fall on us. Yeah, all of us. Yeah. Then I saw a scroll in the right hand of the one who was seated on the throne, and it had writing on both sides and was sealed with 7 seals. Sounds like a story, but there's truth to it. Okay, there is. And you may not believe it, but I think it sounds very interesting. Now, that tribulation, those hard times don't sound interesting. They don't. That's why, I think we're in those. I really do. That's why we got to prepare ourselves spiritually big time. You've got to be strong in your spirit, you all. You do. Because you know within your spirit this world ain't right. It's not. And it's done got turned upside down. It did. And if you believe in a flat earth, your dome has been turned upside down. That snow globe, now it's upside down. And how can you turn the earth upside right? The big ball. Well, that's the poles flip. They say the poles will flip too. Isn't that weird? But they say during that plasma apocalypse, it's like it's going to break through the magnet. What happens is the magnetosphere, it drops on the earth, and that's what they said causes the poles, the gravity, to do something to the earth when that MCO event, that plasma apocalypse or something. Yeah. It's all really interesting, all these things. They're like pieces of a puzzle is what it is. Pieces of a puzzle. That's right. Well, that moon wobbles. It does. Just ever so often. I filmed it like every 15 minutes before. And that's what it does. It like kind of wiggles. It does a little wiggling. It's been doing it for a long time. But I'm going to wrap this up, you all. I am. So Lonnie, honey. So who wrote those words? I wrote those words. They flowed into me, into the core of my being, from the spiritual realm. They were given to me to write, and they were a Facebook memory. And I shared that because it was 1 year ago yesterday. So let me show you what happens if you go to the Facebook. Now, I know this is long, you all. I got things I got to do. I got to get out there. I got to get outside. You know what they've done to my work? Look at this. I'm starting to get a lot of this. There is a ship which appears to have beings on it. So what they did, that's my work. And they removed it. You see, they removed it. See, they're removing my work is what they're doing. Removing it. So yeah. So look at this moon. So this is when I got my camera. I was so excited. That was 1 year ago today. And the moon is, it's beautiful. I like looking at it, even though it may not be real. I love looking at it. I do. I really do, you all. So that's where I like to go through the memories. Let's see, this is really cool. And this right here, this one's on my YouTube channel right here. You can look at that moon. And look how clear it is. It's so crisp and clear, you all. Just like that. So I'm getting off subject, but no, that's where I found it. Okay, that's where I found it. Um, it was in my Facebook memories. And it's okay. It really is. Oh, look at this. This is a nice memory. On August 2017. That's so nice. He got me flowers. That's wonderful. My husband and daughter got me flowers, you all. So, yeah, that's it. Now, see, look like this. See, like this right here. This is a memory 8 years ago today about war. War is a terrible thing to start, and it carries with it unfathomable circumstances that can leave a trail of destruction in every facet of society around the globe. Lives get shattered, and they are left laying on the ground in a heap of rubble. Aspirations of something better quickly disappears as reality sets in and we experience the dark consequences of the thirst for power in the mind of man in a world that has lost its way. See, those are my words. That's 8 years ago from the spiritual realm. This is 9 years ago, you all. I hope this is all right, you all. I really do. Let's look at this. Jamie, honey. Yes, you always test the spirits. Okay, always test them, especially in people. If it doesn't resonate within your being, don't accept it. Okay, don't accept it. All right, look at this. So this is the North American plate. Look at this. North America narrowly escaped a fate that has befallen other continents, splitting apart or rifting. This is 9 years ago, you all, or lifting, about 1.1 billion years ago from what is now Kansas to the shores of Lake Superior. The craton began to split. Had this rifting continued, North America would have become two continents, separated by a new ocean basin, but after 20 million years, the rifting ceased. The failed rift is 1,200 miles long. Huge volumes of basalt magma welled up, creating a stack of igneous rocks, 15.5 miles thick. Their strong magnetic signals enable scientists to determine the extent of the rift. There have been earthquakes along this old craton plate. Okay, see, that's 9 years ago today. I hope this is okay, you all. Now look at this. So that we got this image of this tectonic plate. You can see all of this. You know, we heard like there used to be Pangea. Now see, this appears as if the earth is flat, okay? And I'm not going to argue about it. There's theories about it. The earth is round, the earth is flat. It doesn't matter to me, but this is, look at the plates. So yeah. So there's been 95 earthquakes in 2 hours. All of it, you all. So yeah. We're going to do this. Everyone wants to be treated with dignity and respect. Hello, though, Apple Brooks, honey. Yes, you are. And I'm just about to end this video, you all. I've been going on here for 39 minutes. That's right. They say that it will split. So I really am not new when it comes to all this kind of stuff because I've always looked into it, you all. I have. You see it there from 9 years ago. That's what I was thinking about. I was really big time into that kind of stuff. I was. Um, Now look at this. 8 years ago, those who want to cling to power will end up losing their power. See, that's what I said. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to go, you all, but yeah, it's we're living in very exciting times. I think we're living in prophetic times. I do. Things that have been spoken of in the past are starting to manifest into the physical realm. And no, I didn't make them happen. And no, I'm not creating it. It's here. This is much bigger than me, much bigger than me. I can't stop it. You can't stop it. Things must play out. And they're going to play out to the extent, okay, this is what's happening. They're going to play out until this day happens. Until the sky recedes like a scroll being rolled up, and every mountain and island is moved from its place, until the kings of the earth, the nobles, the commanders, the rich, the mighty, and every slave and free man hide in their bunkers. They hide in the caves and among the rocks of the mountain. And they're going to cry to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of the one seated on the throne. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand it? That day's coming, and they know it. They're preparing. They've got their bunkers. They're going to take out as much as humanity as they can because they're not going down without a fight, because this is their time right now until that time comes. That's why you got to be prepared on the inside of here. You got to be strong. You've got to do your physical preparations too. You do. There's shortages of food. There's shortages of items. And there's all kinds of stuff happening. There is. And it's not right. It's not right what's being done. You can feel it in the air. The signs are here. The choice is up to you of whether you want to open your eyes and do something, do what you can to prepare. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you, and thank you all for being on here. Thank you to the moderators. It's been wonderful. It's been peaceful. I'm going to go outside now and move some firewood from my great big wood pile to my shed and start stacking it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you.